Imagine a world where every word you speak carries the weight of gold, where silence is not just the absence of noise, but a profound presence of thought. In a society that glorifies constant communication, we often overlook the power of silence. But what if I told you that in silence lies the key to wisdom, clarity, and true understanding? Today, let's explore how less talking can lead us to a path of greater wisdom. From the moment we wake up to the time we lay our heads down at night, we're surrounded by a cacophony of voices, opinions, and endless chatter. Social media, news, friends, and even our own thoughts constantly bombard us. We are taught that to be heard, we must speak up, that to be valued, we must contribute to the noise. But in the rush to say more, are we actually losing sight of what truly matters? The art of silence is not about retreating from the world or shunning communication. It's about choosing our words wisely, listening intently, and understanding deeply. It's about recognizing that silence is not emptiness. It is a space filled with potential, reflection, and the seeds of wisdom. Let's dive deeper into why less talking and more listening can change our lives for the better. 1. The power of listening. The greatest leaders, the most inspiring teachers, and the wisest individuals all share one thing in common. They are exceptional listeners. They understand that listening is not just a passive act, but an active, deliberate process of connecting with others. When we speak less and listen more, we open ourselves to new perspectives, ideas, and insights that we might have missed in the haste to voice our own thoughts. Listening allows us to understand not just what is being said, but also the emotions, intentions, and nuances behind the words. It fosters empathy and builds stronger relationships. By being present in silence, we show others that we value their words, that we respect their experiences, and that we are willing to learn. In this way, silence becomes a powerful tool for connection. 2. Silence as a pathway to self-reflection. Silence isn't just about listening to others, it's also about listening to ourselves. In a world filled with noise, it's easy to lose touch with our inner voice. We become reactive, responding to the world around us without truly considering our actions or beliefs. But in silence, we find the space to reflect, to ask ourselves the hard questions, and to explore our true desires and motivations. When we take the time to be quiet, we allow our minds to process and make sense of our experiences. This introspection leads to greater self-awareness, clarity, and personal growth. It helps us identify our strengths and weaknesses, and it guides us in making decisions that align with our true selves. Through silence, we gain the wisdom to navigate life's challenges with grace and purpose. 3. The value of thoughtful speech. Speaking less doesn't mean we never speak at all. It means we choose our words with care. We live in a culture that often values quantity over quality, but when it comes to communication, the opposite is true. Words have power. They can uplift or destroy, inspire or discourage. By embracing silence, we learn to speak with intention. Before speaking, consider the impact of your words. Are they necessary? Are they kind? Are they true? Thoughtful speech is a reflection of wisdom. It shows that we respect the power of our voice and that we value the art of meaningful communication. When we speak with purpose, our words carry more weight and people are more likely to listen. 4. Silence as a source of inner peace. Life is often chaotic, filled with stress, obligations, and endless to-do lists. In the midst of this chaos, silence offers a sanctuary, a place where we can retreat and find peace. Silence allows us to slow down, to breathe, and to reconnect with the present moment. It's in these quiet moments that we can find solace and rejuvenation. Through practices like meditation, mindfulness, or simply taking a quiet walk in nature, we can cultivate an inner silence that brings us closer to peace and tranquility. This inner calm helps us manage stress, improve our mental health, and approach life with a balanced and positive mindset. In silence, we find the strength to face the world with renewed energy and wisdom. 5. Learning from the greats. Wisdom in silence. Throughout history, many of the greatest minds have understood the value of silence. From the teachings of ancient philosophers to the practices of modern-day thought leaders, the power of silence has been a common thread. For instance, the Greek philosopher Socrates famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living," highlighting the importance of reflection and introspection. Similarly, Eastern philosophies, like those of Buddha and Lao Tzu, emphasize the value of quieting the mind to achieve enlightenment and understanding. Even in contemporary times, successful leaders like Warren Buffett and Steve Jobs have been known to prioritize thinking time, often spending hours in silence to gain clarity and make better decisions. These examples remind us that silence is not a weakness, it is a strength. It is the space where ideas are born, where solutions are found, and where true wisdom resides. 6. Practical ways to embrace silence. So how can we cultivate the art of silence in our daily lives? Here are some practical steps to get started. Start your day with quiet. Begin each morning with a few minutes of silence. Whether it's through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts, starting the day in silence sets a calm and reflective tone for the hours ahead. Practice active listening. The next time you're in a conversation, make a conscious effort to listen more and speak less. Focus on what the other person is saying without thinking about your response. You'll be surprised at how much more you can learn. Take breaks from technology. Our phones, computers, and TVs are constant sources of noise. Set aside time each day to unplug and enjoy some quiet. Use this time to reflect, read, or simply be present. Create a silent space. Designate a space in your home where you can retreat for some quiet time. Whether it's a corner of a room or a spot in the garden, having a go-to place for silence can help you incorporate it into your routine. Embrace the power of pauses. In conversations, don't be afraid of pauses. Allow moments of silence to let thoughts settle and give yourself time to respond thoughtfully. Remember, you don't have to fill every gap with words. Silence is not just an absence, it is a presence, a powerful, transformative presence that allows us to connect with others, reflect on ourselves, and find peace in a noisy world. By speaking less and listening more, we open the door to greater wisdom, deeper understanding, and a more fulfilling life. So, the next time you find yourself in the midst of chatter, remember the art of silence. Embrace the quiet moments, for it is in those moments that true wisdom is born. Speak with intention, listen with compassion, and let the silence guide you to a path of greater understanding. The less we talk, the more we learn, and the more we learn, the wiser we become. Take a moment today to practice the art of silence. Whether it's listening deeply to a friend, reflecting on your own thoughts, or simply enjoying a quiet moment, let silence be your guide. Remember, wisdom isn't about knowing everything. It's about understanding that sometimes saying nothing speaks the loudest.